Hello and welcome to PowerDrift. Today I have the brand new Yamaha YZF R15M. This is version 4 of the motorcycle and is one of my favorite motorcycles in the Indian market because we know from history that this motorcycle is extremely forgiving at the racetrack, extremely thrilling to ride on the road. It's usually been an utterly reliable motorcycle and Yamaha's quality levels cannot be questioned. We can question a lot of stuff about Yamaha, but not their quality levels. So before we get into what's new in version 4, let's talk about what's not changed in version 4. So the engine remains the same as the version 3 more or less. It's been retuned a little bit. So you have 0.2 PS less on this motorcycle, but you do have 0.1 Nm more. The peak torque and peak power are made at the same revs as before, so that's not changed. But what that means is, hopefully when you ride this out on the street, this motorcycle should feel like it picks up a little bit earlier, and we'll hope that the top end has not changed a lot. We don't know that there are any gearing changes at all. I'm expecting absolutely no changes on that front at all. So in that sense, this should be a familiar package. I don't expect any major changes to the refinement level, which has always been good, or the performance level of this motorcycle in any major way. So where are the major changes? Well, the major changes are in the frame, because as you can see from that angle, you've got gold colored upside down forks now. They're not adjustable, and that's okay. We'll find out what these forks do, but it should represent a significant upgrade to the handling of the motorcycle. And remember, R15s always handled really well, so this is really exciting. The other major change in version 4 obviously is the design of the motorcycle, and clearly the inspiration is the new R7. What is the R7 like? That's what I'm hoping to find out at some point in India, hopefully. But in the meantime, we can see what it looks like. So you can see that the fairing is redesigned. You've got a central projector in the middle that does the work of the headlight. It cleans up the styling and it actually looks like a fresh striking motorcycle. As I'm filming this, there are version 3s parked over there, and I can tell you that those motorcycles are in the showroom looking older than this one, so they've nailed it. The tank shape itself has also changed, so the knee recesses were quite a bit more pronounced on the old motorcycle. This is a much smoother, slimmer tank. It should mean that if you're exceptionally tall, there is no block in front of your knee or air in front of the knee when you're trying to hang off or something like that. In that sense, this should have more space. I'm looking at the two saddles, and it does look like there's a little bit more space here than before, but it's also a little bit narrower looking than before. So again, you should be able to put your feet down, not really something that the R15 always challenged you to do, but you should be able to put your feet down, and that should be a little bit easier as well. So net, from whatever I can see, this is going to feel like a sharper motorcycle to sit on and use. Together with sticky MRF tires, it's always had good tires. I think this will be a smashing package. Yamaha also loaded the features up a little bit this time. So this is the M, this gets a quickshifter as standard. If you buy the blue version 4, you also get the quickshifter as standard. The M also gets this carbon fiber finish on the seat. They've changed what the triple clamp looks like, and they've mounted the clip-ons differently. I'm not sure that these clip-ons are higher or lower than before, but they certainly look more like a racing motorcycle than the old one where the clip-ons were on top of the triple clamp, which is more like a street application, so this looks a little bit more serious. The console has been updated as well. Now you get two modes. In track mode, there's a lap timer and all of that. So in that sense, Yamaha's taken what was one of their focused motorcycles and focused it a little bit more, and that's the promise. Look, we've not ridden the motorcycle yet. That's the exciting part. That happens next. Now, one of the reasons why the previous Yamaha R15 was such an interesting motorcycle to ride was that it connected with you. The new one also connects to your phone because now it's got Bluetooth. So what Yamaha has confused is the variant spread a little bit. So you get the base 2 models, which they cost about 10,000 rupees more than the outgoing version 3. Add 5,000 rupees to that, you get the blue one, and the blue one has a quick shifter as standard. Add another 5,000 rupees to that, you get the R15M, which has the carbon fiber finish seat, this very nice silver paint scheme, and I have to say, I'm looking at the plastics up close and they look really, really good to me. You get the quick shifter as standard, and then you add another, I think about 2,000 rupees to that, and then you get the Monster Energy Edition, which of course has the famous M logo, and you've seen that on Rossi's leathers and all of that. But in sum, Yamaha has made a fairly serious update to a very, very nice motorcycle. They've not really changed the engine, and honestly I can see why. It's always been a fantastic engine, and like I always say, more power would have been welcome, but I'm actually quite happy with the way this engine makes power. The way it revs out is just beautiful, in a very nice frame which has serious upgrades, and that's a very, very promising development. The brakes, ABS, all of those details, nothing has changed at all. And now it also has traction control. And you might wonder, why does a motorcycle this small really need traction control? But think about it like this. The biggest asset that the R15 brought to the table for new riders was forgiving handling, which means you could make a mistake, recover from it and carry on. The traction control system simply adds to that safety net and makes it even safer to ride, especially when the going is slippery, there's sand in the road and conditions like that. How does the system work though? That's what we have to discover, because traction control systems can be extremely crude and extremely sophisticated. Sophisticated systems are very nice to use, but a crude system can get in your way a little bit, although I'd still rather have that than not. So what's the R15 like with traction control? Well, that's a story for later. And honestly, I think I should stop talking because I'm really excited to take this, head out into the real world, head out to a racetrack and see what the R15 brings to the table. This is one of the best motorcycles in the country, and I'm hoping that these updates makes it even better. But what do you think? Leave us a comment, tell us what Yamaha could have done more with this motorcycle, tell us what you like the most about this motorcycle, and I will invite you to hit my 4 favorite buttons in the world, that's subscribe, the bell notification icon, like and share. Thank you so much for watching. This is PowerDrift.